Dubai's man-made islands were supposed to look like this: luxury, exuberance, and grandiosity. Instead, after 20 years of work and $13 billion, they make up an unimpressive scatter of sand with a few barely recognizable continents.
They done ran off. They done ran off with the money.
Where
That's
did
all
it
that
all go
is.
wrong? When the
20
idea came
years?
about in
Ran
2001,
off.
Dubai had limited coast left for waterfront property, setting into motion the plan of, well, creating more coastline through the introduction of 4 new coastal mega projects. There was the World Archipelago and what was supposed to have been the universe surrounding it, the Palm Dira, the Palm Jebel Ali, and finally the Palm Jumeirah, which has since become the only
Dang. Okay. I was gonna say they ain't the same thing. I'm gonna say, damn. So they are really gonna build 3 identical, little whatever you sand castles. Shit, I don't know what to call these. These basically sand castles in my eyes.
successful
I ain't gonna
development
lie.
for a few notable
Fuck.
reasons. Firstly, the Palm Jumeirah was built prior to the other projects, having been completed in 2006 before the global financial crisis. On top of this, Jumeirah was the smallest and most easily accessible of the 4 projects, being built off the already established Al Sufu, a popular area known for being the most expensive district in all of Dubai. The Palm itself has been planned incredibly well, with a perfect mix of residential and commercial property,
ain't gonna
making
lie,
it a
it look raw.
self-sustaining area with businesses for the residents.
raw as
However,
hell.
that's not to say that the project has been without problems. Shortly after its completion, the New York Times reported that the Palm Jumeirah, as well as the 3 other mega projects, were all sinking back into the ocean at a rate of 5 millimeters per year, with one article stating, "We're guessing that sand piled up from the ocean floor isn't all that good at sustaining the weight of tons of man-made structures, cars, and so forth."
So, hold on. Let me get this right. So, they gave y'all money. And y'all say, okay, we go build this. But ain't nobody in between everything ain't say, hey, how long this gonna last? Ain't nobody asked that question. Everybody was like, oh yeah, but it's gonna last forever right here. Nobody ain't asked them questions. Everybody just say, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. This gonna be amazing. We don't care about nothing. We ain't gonna ask no extra questions and nothing. Just build this. We gonna give you all the money you need. So we get the building. It's like, you ain't asked no type of questions.
The island's
Y'all
developer
wildin'.
Nikhil Properties responded to these claims by stating, "The Palm is intact. If there was subsidence, you would see cracks in the buildings, windows popping out. We have no evidence of that happening," even going so far as to sue the builder Penguin Marine, who simply stated that erosion could eat away at the island.
So they even said, hey, if you ain't careful, it can happen. No, it can happen. But as soon as he said that, like, hey, nigga, catch this lawsuit.
Then there's
what
the
they told
issue
him.
of the
That's
water
crazy.
itself. The 3 man-made palms were designed with a crescent on the outside, protecting the residential houses on the inside from the open ocean. Although this has since resulted in issues with water flow, essentially turning the ocean into a lake by stagnating the water within the crescent. On top of this, a study was published in 2022 discussing the Palm Jumeirah Island's construction effects on the surrounding water quality and surface temperatures, which found that the island's construction permanently changed the quality and temperature of the water.
Damn. How you, god damn, boy. You know you doing some fucked up shit when it changed the water temperature forever. That's crazy.
Causing yet another concern from the public to do with the environment. I have so many questions.
I ain't gonna lie. Dubai don't care. They got too much money to give a fuck. They been past the I don't give a fuck range. Because first off, you building a whole island out of fucking sand. You chose to build an island out of sand. Like, come on now. You really said, you know what to be wrong. We go build our own islands and we go put some more houses and all that. Some residential houses and hotels on there. It's gonna be raw. That's what y'all did. Y'all got way too much money. Y'all out here building sand castles and shit. Come on now. Too much money.
Though, ecological and economic concerns. Did the construction of the islands drive away marine life? Where did the brought-in sand come from? And what methods did they use to make sure that the original place of the sand didn't suffer any ecological disaster?
He asking way too many questions. I can solve all of them questions right there. They don't give a fuck. They got fuck you money. Do you think they really care about some goddamn animals? No, they don't care nothing about no damn animals.
Disaster. When
They don't care
construction
about
began
that
on the
shit.
islands back in the early 2000s, environmental sustainability wasn't the massive concern that it is
Sad.
these days. The islands were built by transporting 94 million cubic meters of sand from the seafloor, displacing marine life in the process. A Duke University study from 2006, which analyzed the island's impacts on marine wildlife, found that the Palm Jumeirah has buried and asphyxiated wildlife, increased turbidity and changed the alongshore sediment transport, while also completely changing the wave patterns on the mainland. The 2006 WWF Living Planet report then found that at the time, the average person in the Emirates puts more demand on the global ecosystem than any other, giving the country the world's largest per capita ecological footprint, owed in part to projects such as the 4 man-made islands. And if these issues apply to even the most successful island, then the other 3 unsuccessful islands must have even more problems. Take for example the Palm Jebel Ali to the south, which suffers from one of the most unfixable property-related issues, a terrible location. I had the chance to view the islands from the shore as they were being built. Even before viewing them in person, I could never understand why anybody would want to live in that location. The Palm Jebel Ali is located so far south of the city,
Oh shit, even on the map. Hold up, no.
want to live in that location. The Palm Jebel
On the map,
Ali is
and it looked like it's still a good little drive to even get to a good city. Like, come on now, you're a little too far. Even this one seems a little too far if you want to be in the heart of things. So, and I'm pretty sure it costs millions to be over here in these islands, and you don't get no land for it either. Oh man, I couldn't have no, I couldn't spend no million something dollars on a house with no type of land. You crazy? I supposed to have neighbors still after I done spent millions on the house. I don't want to see nobody else. I'm trying to walk butt naked. I'm being dead serious. Like, I'm trying to walk around butt naked. I ain't trying to have no neighbors.
located so far
The
south
hell?
of the city, its closest notable development is the Dubai Port and Industrial District,
shit, that-
while the Palm itself
That's even worse. You ain't got nothing good here. I'm thinking, oh, maybe it's a little small city. No, that's the port. That's horrible. No, this is a horrible place.
extends from nothing besides the already existing desert, which isn't exactly the greatest spot. The original plan for this palm included a new residential district at the entrance, however, as you can see, they never really got there. Some sand and road work has been completed on the
Damn, it's looking like Akon City over there. That's crazy.
palm, although if
ain't
you
get
look a little
started.
closer,
I ain't
there are
kind.
signs showing that the project had to halt suddenly. For example, these broken sectors at the end of the palm indicate that they weren't quite finished laying sand. And see this little island over here to the southwest? Well, that was supposed to be another artificial island called the Dubai Waterfront.
Okay, man. Y'all got too much fucking money. Y'all decided to build islands instead of trying to fucking make land fertile. I'm I'm not the smartest person. I don't know how you go about trying to make a desert fertile and all that. I don't have a clue. But come on now, y'all would rather spend all that time building islands instead of trying to get rid of deserts like this right here. Like y'all got deserts everywhere. Why is y'all trying to build islands? Y'all, I don't know. That just it don't seem effective. But then again, I'm not a billionaire, so I don't know. I don't know how a billionaire think. They probably think, oh yeah, boy, that's gonna be raw. That's gonna be a nice little vacation spot. Maybe that's what they thought. That's what they're thinking. They're thinking of vacation spots and all that. Maybe. But hey, I know it probably would have cost a lot less money trying to get this part right here into a city or something. I don't know.
Front, designed to combat erosion on the palm. However, as you can see, the waterfront project has also since been abandoned. Official data was published showing that Nakheel sold only 29 houses on the Palm Jebel Ali before it ceased construction in 2009, with this date hinting.
So hold on. What even happened to the people that bought the houses? Did they ever get their houses? That's crazy. That's crazy. You just ran off with their money like that? Send them to jail.
Hinting at the first major problem.
Dubai has been hit by the global financial crisis, especially in real estate. Mega projects like the artificial island off the coast are in danger of collapse. Many construction sites have shut down.
The global financial crisis evaporated demand for Dubai housing, with prices falling by over 60% in 2008 and 2009.
Who buying houses in Dubai? I thought I thought they were like closed off.
The empty Palm Jebel Ali was abandoned, as Dubai's lower property prices meant Nakheel could no longer earn enough to cover its construction costs, which was then tied in with an even more serious problem. The developer of the man-made islands was funded by the Dubai government, which relied on oil for its income, which over a 6-month period in 2008 dropped from $140 a barrel to $40 a barrel.
Ooh. But that's looking like a 2020 drop off right there. But ooh, a nasty one. They felt that one. I ain't gonna lie, but they felt that one.
This meant that on top of being unable to fetch the property prices they needed, the developers no longer had the money to build the homes in the first place, and it's not like a better location offered a fix to this problem. The Palm Dira to the north was set to be Dubai's largest of the 3 palms, possibly for its central location close to the city and airport.
That's close. How is this close? This not close at all. This still look like first. I'm trying to figure out, okay, it might be a bridge. You go right there, you take this little route. Okay, bro, that's still far. That looked like a 40 to 50 minute drive or something, man. That looks too far. I ain't gonna lie.
However, this project made it no further than an entrance and a small section at the tip of the crescent. For this reason, in 2013, the project was rebranded as the Dira Islands, with the goal of utilizing the half-built area to feature 80 hotels.
Like, my thing is, y'all could put all this green on here, but y'all can't do that over there. Like, oh my, the money ain't making sense right now, man. In my mind, it's easier to do it where it's already land. But they trying to be extravagant and all that. Hey, okay, they just trying to be extravagant.
Multiple residential towers as well as a golf course. The project should be completed in accordance with Dubai's 2040 master plan, which might still be sooner than the most catastrophic of the 4 man-made islands, the World. The 2003 promotional video for the World described it as an island paradise where unprecedented opportunity can be found, before going on to state that residents and visitors will enjoy an exceptional array of retail venues. The video showed lavish green islands with prestigious villas, boats and cafes, calling it the ultimate in exclusivity, and while this might be true to some extent, it's likely because nobody else has any desire to be there. The islands themselves look like an absolute travesty.
I'm saying, I'm not seeing nothing. What is this? Like, at least with the other ones, draw is, it looked like something. This don't look like nothing.
North America and Canada are shaped like a diamond and cut off by what appears to be the North Pole.
Oh, is this supposed to be... No, I still don't see it. I was about to say, is this supposed to be the globe? I don't
While
see
Greenland
it
is the same size as the North American continent, when in reality Greenland is approximately 20 times smaller. Australia looks more like the head of a dog, while New Zealand is shaped like an arch.
I ain't gonna lie. Right now, I just feel like it's one of these, you know, when you look at the picture, you gotta see what you say, what you see. Where you say, I see a dog, and the other person might see a bear and all that. I see nothing. I don't see a dog. I don't see, that look like a alien foot to me. I don't have a clue. Like, none of this look like nothing. Where you see a dog?
Archway and is missing the bottom half of the country, yet the shaping of the islands is a pretty small problem in comparison to their complete lack of development.
Oh, that look like what you call it though. I can see that one. The rest of this, I don't have a clue what that is.
Over 90% of the islands are completely empty, despite being 60% sold 15 years ago, with most being used for Google Maps advertising of computer stores, cafes, and of course the swag like Ohio Beach. However, that's not to say that there hasn't been any construction on the islands. A $7 million house was built by the developers in the northwest corner of Greenland, which was then bizarrely gifted to the German Formula One driver Michael Schumacher, who's never even commented on the project or given any indication that he's.
It's a scheme. They hiding money. That's what that is. They just hid some money. They got some dirty money that they needed to hide.
Even visited the house. On top of this, the island of Lebanon has been developed into a beach club, which can be used to escape the noise of the city. When it was visited by Yes Theory in their Exploring Dubai's Empty Islands video, he showed that the Lebanon island was fairly empty, yet he also noted that it was right in the middle of COVID, which likely impacted its popularity at the time. The beach club describes itself as the first development to open its doors to the public, yet this might hint at why the rest of the world's islands are yet to be developed. There's nothing else around. Without any close businesses or things to do, people aren't going to build houses out there, but at the same time, without any houses, business owners aren't going to go and launch a business out there. Given the isolated location, the only people to use any such business would be those already on the islands, because it's not.
I ain't gonna lie, to get people to go there, you probably just gotta, well, no, I'll put it say incentives. I don't think no incentive in the world enough for them to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go there. Ain't no way, cause ain't nobody there. I don't care if you say you ain't gotta pay taxes, you ain't gotta do this, you ain't gotta do that. You gotta basically pay somebody to go there and stay there and well run a business there, cause you ain't gonna make no money. You gonna go broke if you listen to their ass.
Not going to be efficient for a mainlander to get on a boat and travel all the way out to the world just to buy something at a store. Even then, what kind of business are you going to launch in the middle of the ocean with nothing else around? What's even crazier is that between 2023 and 2028, Nikhil Properties plans to develop another set of islands around the world called the Universe, which seems totally crazy given.
Okay, somebody just stealing money. This all just a scheme. It's they homeboy that got the development company and they over there just collecting money together. The government paying for it, but everybody else just collecting money. That's how they so rich. See? Putting y'all on to something. Putting y'all on to something right there. That's how they stay rich. They just got their homeboys doing it and they split the check every month. That's what the hell going on. That's why they ain't been actually doing no work. They say we go push this as far as we can.
Given the lack of success on the existing islands, for which a Reddit user had a different theory about their failure. My understanding is that when the master developer sold the islands, you didn't just buy a plot of sand in the sea, you bought much more. The land was sold with infrastructure, and that included electricity, potable water, waste management for trash, waste management for sewage, transportation links, water taxis. When the master developer handed over the islands, they said, nope, you're on your own, none of the above. The reason why so few have built on their islands is because now they have them, they have to build their own power plants, desalination plants, water sewage treatment facilities, find someone to take all their trash, and provide all the transport to bring all their guests to and fro. For most developers, they don't have the experience, ability, or funding to do all the above. The only thing they could do is walk away or try to find a new buyer for their island, but knowing the current facts, who would buy them? Despite
yeah, okay. I wouldn't go 10 foot. You couldn't pay me to go over there. Hell no.
Despite these limitations, a luxury hotel complex called the Heart of Europe has recently been completed on the European islands in the world, which has some absolutely insane features, such as a snow room, a massive sauna, and an underwater bedroom, which in a weird way shows that the project has been somewhat successful.
That's fire. I ain't gonna lie. That was fire. That made me want to go there. I ain't gonna lie. Underwater, bro. Imagine waking up to that. That's fire. I ain't gonna lie, that's raw. I do want to go to the. I wonder how much a hotel. I know it costs about $3,000-4,000 a night or something. I know it costs crazy. Cause Dubai crazy, but that's raw.
Bedroom, which in a weird way shows that the project has been somewhat successful. The point.
Would it make it even raw if somebody go down there and catch a fish for you? Ooh, that'd be raw.
One of the islands was to increase Dubai's coastline and tourism by doing something unprecedented, and while only one of the 4 mega projects has been successful, they've certainly generated some very interesting discussion.